Hey everyone, I'm Sage Valentine and welcome to my channel of the same name, Sage Valentine. Right now I'm going to review The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 13, entitled Forget. Some parts of this episode, though, I would like to forget. I'm not sure what's going on with the characters at this point, and this episode is kind of up there with me as far as the mid-season finale, because I really kind of didn't like that one. And if you want to see that review, check the links below, because that one I had a few choice words to say about. But this episode, I'm just not feeling it. It's crazy when Sasha is the only person at this point that's kind of picking up that something is wrong besides Carol. Sasha doesn't feel like any of this is real. Sasha is getting these weird vibes, and she feels like someone or something is watching her or following her or whatever. As I've said before, I hope that she doesn't die the way that Carol died in the comic book. But again, I have no say-so in that. I'm not a writer, but I really hope she doesn't die that way. Sasha stood up there in that party, tried her best to assimilate and couldn't do it. Everywhere she looked, watching everyone eat, watching everyone just smile and joke around, and then this woman was basically like, oh, well, Sasha, you know, I really, really want to make something that you'll really like, but I'm worried you're not gonna like it. And Sasha's just like, worried? That's all you're worried about? And I'm sure there are some fans who'll probably take that to the level, whereas they'll say, oh, well, Sasha's being difficult, or Sasha's being angry. Again, for the 500th time, Sasha lost her brother and she lost her boyfriend probably a week and a half or a week before this. So, of course, she's not going to be all smiley and happy. But with that said, she's telling the truth. These people are walled in, but for how long are they going to be walled in? It didn't take very much to take down the prison walls, or the prison gate, with the governor. And it didn't take our heroes very long to jump through and take over, or cause chaos at Woodbury. So it's not going to take very long for whomever to come to Alexandria and do some damage, because they're not ready. And even with bringing Rick and the other 14 people that he brought with him, that's not going to save this group. They don't know how to survive this. So I was there with Sasha on that. I was trying to figure out what she was doing outside of the gates as far as shooting the pictures and stuff. Some people were saying she was trying to attract the walkers. Me, it just looked like she felt like somebody was watching her. And she just kept shooting and come and get me. Maybe it was the walkers. But for me, it just felt like somebody out here watching me, looking at me. If you're going to come, you might as well come on out. As far as Rick, I'm not sure what's going on with Rick. On the one hand, he seems down for the cause with Carol and Daryl as far as hiding those weapons to have a little armory of their own, so just in case something pops off, they can just escape, run out, and grab these weapons and fight their way out of this mess. But then on the other hand, he's kind of feeling Jesse. Now, I do like ships. I ship Raccoon, I ship Rickzone. I used to ship Carol up until Michonne came. No shade on them. I thought the little Bethel thing, their little friendship thing was cool, and I'm a big Rickzone fan. But with Jesse and Rick, it seems weird because Jesse is married. The fact that she left out the part of her husband and didn't tell Rick what was going on. She just appears out of nowhere with Judith, and no shade on her, but you guys, we just met you, what, a day or two, and here you come picking up this child? That was suspect. And then the fact of the way that her husband was acting at that party, it's like, I think he can sense something's going on, or he can sense that. See, I don't buy this. Like, I don't know what it is with me in this episode, but things were going too well. To me, it felt like Pleasantville. It felt like that town in Edward Scissorhands where everything was going well and everybody's houses matched and they all were happy and smiley. I'm not feeling that. I think something crazy is about to happen in the next episode or so, even before we get to that 90-minute season finale. Another thing, Daryl. Now, Daryl goes off on his own. Aaron has taken to him. Aaron wants him to go out and recruit with him, which is a pretty cool, good idea. But what scared me about that with Daryl's character was that Daryl kind of fell into it a little bit as far as with Aaron, because Daryl and Aaron, they seem like they're pretty cool together. It's like Daryl was kind of like, to him, you can come, just follow me through the woods. And then that mess happened with the horse, which, Walking Dead, I'm still pissed you killed that horse. They could have brought the horse back. Why did that horse have to suffer the same fate as the horse did in season 1? But I digress. And then Daryl is eating with them, which I thought was pretty funny when he was eating with Eric and Aaron. He's a little bit of a piggy, and it was kind of cute. But the thing is, Daryl is now kind of sidetracked, in my opinion, a little bit, because that mission that he talked about with Carol and Rick in the beginning of the episode, for me, it seems like it's a little bit sidetracked. And to me, it sounds a lot like what Carl feared, as far as everybody dropping their guard down and then something just pops off. Now, Carol is my girl. Although that thing with Carol and that little boy, Sam, Carol's a boss ass. You get where I'm going. Carol is a badass, seriously. Because Carol, in my opinion, has her eyes open. I didn't realize Sasha's eyes were open like that, even though Sasha is dealing with her grief. Sasha knows this isn't going to last. I'm not even going to get myself even adjusted to this. But with Miss Carol, though, Carol is playing her part to a T, and I love it how she is playing the housewife, the socialite a little bit. She's just like falling into this, but when she saw Sam following her and she gave him that speech, it reminds me of the speech she gave the kids at the prison and the speech that she gave Carl. But unlike Carl, Sam is going to be afraid, and Sam is not going to tell anybody, because I wouldn't tell anybody if someone told me that they were going to tie me up to a tree and let the walkers have me. Hell no. In no way would I ever talk about anything at all that anybody said to me. When Rick said that the people at Alexandria are the luckiest people that he has ever met, that bell in my head went off. Why are they the luckiest people? What the hell have they done to keep this little slice of paradise in the middle of the apocalypse? Seriously. And I know what's going to happen as far as the comic books, so you don't have to come in my comments and tell me that. I'm aware of what's about to happen, but still. What the hell have they done at this place? Because it appears this season they're changing it around a little bit, but they did something pretty bad. Pretty bad. Now, Michonne seems to be adjusting. She puts her knife on the wall. She's cool as far as this is going. Noah's a little bit standoffish. Glenn and Maggie kind of pull him in. But that scene with Michonne and Abraham and how they were talking and everything, it was a cute scene. Some people would ship them together. What I saw in that scene was, I am worried about Abraham's character. And I was right about Tyrese. I really don't want to be right about Abraham. I feel like they're going to kill him off this season. And I would be really upset if they do. Not to mention in the thingy for next week, you see Eugene and Tara going off by themselves. See, the one thing that freaks me out, and it freaks me out about season 4 as well, even though nobody died at the end of season 4. No, they saved those deaths for season 5. The thing that's freaking me out is that they're highlighting different characters at this point, letting us see like what they're doing, what they're going through, and it's making me worried about those characters. And I already know in watching Walking Dead that nobody is safe. Even though I remember Robert Kirkman saying something about Carl and Michonne and Rick, but nobody really is safe. And that's scary. So if the rumor is true and 5 people were supposed to die this season, and we are basically down 3 people from the original group, then there are 2 more that are supposed to go. And I'm afraid that it might be Carol, it could be Abraham, it will probably be Sasha, because Sasha seems like she is on the downturn. Could possibly be Noah. Where in the hell is Father Gabriel, by the way? Because we're not seeing Father Gabriel at this point, so I'm not sure where he is. It could be anybody. It could even be Tara, and we haven't really seen Tara too much. That's why I'm worried whenever a character gets a slice of the pie, if you will, as far as the storyline, like a big one. If they were like a minor character and they get this big, huge slice, they're usually on their way out. Ergo, Beth, Bob, and Tyrese. Hell, you could even go back as far as Dale. But when Rick grabbed his gun to close this out, after he was whatchamacallit, he was like waving at Jessie and her husband. I don't know, he was giving off like weird vibes of Shane, when Shane was really jealous of like Lori. Well, no, when Shane was jealous of how, in fact, when Shane was upset that Lori was giving Rick more attention than he was getting, I was getting weird vibes of that. And another stupid thing about Alexandria, too, when Sasha decides she wants to be the person in the clock tower, right? There's like hardly anybody watching this clock tower, so again, this is another omen here that somebody's going to attack them when nobody's watching, okay? Then Rick is like trying to tell Deanna, listen, you need to have somebody check these walls, such and such and such. They're all taking this in stride. They really are. Because there are weak points in that wall, and that little Enid climbing up and down that wall is like showing the different weak points to that wall, because that's the last thing that you want in any type of like show like this, where people can see where you can climb up and down, and then they could come in and out. Hell, even the walkers deciding to climb. See, that's the thing about this season and this show, as far as what they're doing with it. I'm not sure where they're going as far as the storyline, because again, they have it set up from the comic book, but they tend to veer off from time to time, if you get where I'm going with it. So as far as next week, I don't know, but I'm so worried about Sasha. Hell, I'm worried about Abraham too. And where the hell is Father Gabriel again? Are they going to show him? Is Seth like filming Teen Wolf or something? Like, when is he going to pop up in an episode? Because I already know that we're going to have him for quite some time, so we might as well get used to it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my review. Check the links below for my previous reviews so you can get yourself caught up on the things I'm talking about. Don't forget to rate this video, comment, and subscribe to my brand of crazy. And also, check out Twitter, Google+, Sage Valentine. So until next time, you all take care. My following review comes tomorrow, and my Survivor review will be on Wednesday. So, till next time, I love you all. Bye, guys. Bye.